Hello everyone, Ron here. I hope you're having an amazing day. I am back with Ren, and don't forget that there is a playlist for Ren, and there are playlists for many of the artists. We've done quite a few Ren now. This one is Diazepam. Sounds interesting. It's a drug, of course. Let's have a listen, and we'll look at the lyrics after because Ren writes his own lyrics. Diazepam. All right, Ren, let's see what you've got.
Oh my, I seem to feel so much better when it kicks in. Chemical kitchen, feel my brain destruct. Oh, diazepam me. Turn the volume down on my demons and he give me relief just for a second and he make it all so numb.
Oh, why, diazepam do you make me feel like everything's not dissolving? Spinning doors are evolving. Swallow a tablet, I'm overindulging. I've tried diazepam to be the optimist and resist cards folding. You're the crutch that I'm holding. Don't want tomorrow cause
I'll back it up a little bit. His voice is so smooth coming in, and the guitar at the beginning too was great. All those, the apartment building, condo, whatever it is, with all the lights and everything, just reminded me of chaos and anxiety. And because I know diazepam is used for many conditions, including anxiety, and originally called Valium, and there's a whole series of drugs of the same type, basically. And I'm going to talk about the lyrics afterwards, but I just wanted to say what a smooth voice he has coming in, a bit of a reggae feel there too. Very, very nicely done.
swallow a tablet, I'm overindulging. I've tried diazepam to be the optimist and resist cards folding. You're the crutch that I'm holding. Don't want tomorrow cause right now I'm golden. Oh, diazepam. Don't lie, diazepam.
Oh my, when you leave, why can't I breathe like you've stolen my very essence, my coding? Went for a swim and then drowned in your ocean.
Don't lie, diazepam. You promised me the world, but now I'm rotting and molding. In my face it feels swollen. Anesthetic, I block that emotion.
Nice. I love that instrumental piece there. So beautiful.
Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same.
The video is amazing, and I'm going to miss things because the first time around you don't catch everything. But I liked earlier, actually you can sort of see it here a little bit up on the where they usually have advertising on the subway or the train. You see a real picture of Ren, and then we have this caricature picture, cartoon picture of Ren as the main character, but also those doors closing. I'm not positive, but it seems to me that the drug is closing off everything and leaving you with just this small piece that maybe you can handle, but it's blocking off everything else of importance. Let's back that up a little bit.
carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same. Oh, diazepam. Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same. Don't lie, diazepam. Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self-destructive healing is one and the same.
Wow. Um, do not share. Well, I'm going to share. I'm backing it up a little bit just so we have a picture. Well done. Video, amazingly well done. Lots of things you could pick out of the video to say what this was representing, you know, with the drug moving through the body, moving through the veins, etc. And as I mentioned, the subway doors or metro doors, train doors, whatever you want to call it, closing off, and just a lot going on there. But I'll be very interested to look at the lyrics separately. I caught a lot of the lyrics as we're moving through, but I didn't want to discuss too much because we're going to look at them separately. Uh, yeah, drugs are a double-edged sword. They can be very helpful. They can, you know, help people to avoid suicide, but some of them can actually make you more suicidal. So the same drug that's supposed to be helping you can sometimes make it worse. So it's very complicated. And the promise of the drug is, or the expectation at least of the person taking it, is often outstrips its actual performance. Even when it does work, it doesn't normally work as well as one would hope. All right, let's have a look at the lyrics now. Diazepam by Ren. Oh my, I seem to feel so much better when it kicks in. Chemical kitchen, feel my brain destruct. Oh, die, diazepam. You turn the volume down on my demons and you give me relief just for a second and you make it all so numb. So yes, you sometimes on certain drugs, specifically diazepam, but there's a whole range of anti-anxiety and depression, etc. drugs. You can sometimes feel better for a little while, but you also feel numb. You, you don't feel like you in many cases. Now, sometimes they just need to tweak that. They need to adjust the dosages or the particular brand of drug, and they can get that better, apparently. I don't know too much about that part of it. When I was very, very young, they did try some drugs on me. I didn't love them. They didn't work well. I felt numb, and I felt that I was not myself, and I would rather deal with the demons. And ever since then, I have not used them. Well, once more, they did try in my adult, and the particular one they tried almost killed me. So yeah, and it was only a few days. That was the end, and no more. I'm not trying them anymore. But for some people, they work, and as I said, they can be a lifesaver at times. But it's a double-edged sword. Oh, why, diazepam, do you make me feel like everything's not dissolving? Spinning doors are revolving. Swallow a tablet. I'm overindulging. I've tried diazepam to be the optimist and resist cards folding. So sometimes drugs make you feel like you can be that optimist that you want to be, and sometimes we feel we should be optimists. We're told often we're supposed to be an optimist. You're supposed to look at life this way. I think those are all problems. I think why should we all be optimists? Why should we all be extroverts? Why should we all be in similar ways? I don't think it's necessary. And I think when you start to accept yourself for what you are, as long as you're, able to live and at least be happy or content some of the time, struggles are struggles. It's a part of life, and you would miss out if you didn't have those. When they become overwhelming, that's when you need help, counseling, possibly drugs, other things. But you don't always have to be the optimist. You're the crutch that I'm holding. So he's recognizing that. Don't want tomorrow because right now I'm golden. So right now, while I'm on this chemical, I'm feeling good. So let's not think about tomorrow. Let's not worry about things. Plus, the drug helps you to not think about that. Oh, diazepam. So it's interesting saying diazepam. Don't lie, I think that's supposed to say. I take these lyrics from Ren. He usually provides them, which is kind and great. Um, and sometimes I fix errors, but but I want to be careful to make sure that I'm not changing his artistic words. But there are often errors. I think that's an error actually. When you leave, why can't I breathe? Like you've stolen my very essence, my coding. So yes, once you're on a drug, coming off of it can be a major issue, and you shouldn't do it without doctor's advice and support. Um, and yes, you can feel far worse. Went for a swim and then drown in your ocean. Don't lie, diazepam. You promised me the world, but now I'm rotting and molding, and my face it feels swollen. Anesthetic, I block that emotion. So yes, side effects of drugs are often very bad, and so you have to be careful with that. And also, the promise is it doesn't always live up to the promise. Now, sometimes it is the promise of the drug or maybe a doctor, but sometimes it's not, and they warn you. But in your own mind, you're so desperate for a solution, so desperate for a resolution to the demons, to the issues, that you yourself have a very high expectation that cannot be reached by a drug most of the time. Or it will be temporarily and then it stops working, or, yeah. So lots of promises. Now I'm rotting and molding. My face feels swollen. Yes, your whole body can swell up on some of these drugs. Synesthetic dreaming, I'm carried away. Anesthetic bleeding, a place for the pain. Self destructive healing, it's one and the same. So, yeah, self destructive healing. So, you're taking a drug to heal, but that in itself can become self destructive. In some cases, it can become the new problem, or an additional problem. So, now you have the addiction on top of whatever was bothering you in the first place that led you to try the drug. So, yeah, anesthetic, yeah, sometimes it numbs everything. So it doesn't just numb the bad, it numbs the good as well. And so sometimes you can feel very flat. You're not enjoying things, you're not in despair either, maybe, but you kind of wonder, where am I? You kind of get lost in that bland muzak, if you like, of the drug. Yeah. Oh, why diazepam? I think that was the end there. Excellent lyrics, really well written. The thoughts are very well thought out. I think he's had experience. We know he's had experience with various health issues and some mental health issues, but also physical health issues, and probably has had experience with diazepam or one of its offshoots. And he's very aware of, at least, and maybe just knows other people who've had diazepam. He's aware of the issues, aware of the problems, and he's expressed it really well. Uh, I'm assuming most of you have seen some of my other reactions to Ren. I should have mentioned his voice is amazing, but I always say that. So that's kind of expected from me now. I'm always impressed with his voice, whether he's singing, speaking, rapping, whatever. All right, very good song, very important song too. I do want to express that don't just stop taking your drugs, uh, and don't avoid them altogether because there are issues, because sometimes they can also be helpful. On the other hand, look for other solutions as well, if at all possible, because drugs can also be an issue and can become a problem. So it's, as I keep saying, it's a double-edged sword. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves one way or the other. Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Keep listening, keep having fun. Let me know what else you'd like to hear from any artist. In the meantime, bye bye for now.